Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Hooker's Push public match for you, seeing an overview of that. But before we get into that, thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. So, server pop right now is 2:10. It is November 19th, about 7:50 p.m. Eastern time, so kind of getting towards that prime time in War of Rights. In balance right now is 5 towards CSA. CSA has 11 on artillery. Union has 10. So in balance is not off by a significant margin. Your officers for today on the CSA side, you got Drywall, LO, Viceroy of Texas, Nuke. And then for the artillery, you got El Guso and Nate. And then on the Union side, you got Mr. Agent Trump, Willie Pete, Cornwallis. And then for the artillery is... I also hate women. So, interesting name. But besides that, let's get into our round here, Hooker's Push. So, CSA, they've got to defend the point in the middle of the open field. You'll see two different general CSA strategies where they play super far forward to start and then slowly back off. Or they'll do what they're doing right now, which is hold super conservatively really far back. And obviously the reason for doing this is you want to avoid the ticket loss. So by holding really far back, it's going to be really hard for anybody to kill anybody, which means the tickets will be lost slowly, which hopefully will make Union want to push forward, which they're already starting to do. There are some rocks here. It's kind of hard to tell just with the time of day that it is. It's pretty dark over here. But you can see Union starting to push forward. Cornwallis here with his guys pushing a little forward. CSA moving up a little late to these rocks. I don't get this move from Viceroy. Generally, CSA holds this. And my concern is just you got that Union group there. If they turn to their right, they're going to be able to hit you very good. You also got a lot of Union holding back in the corner, which is a little surprising. Just that Union Cornwallis' group is going to continue circling around. So the advantage with this map for CSA is you can kind of see this line that the CSA is holding right now. If you continue left and you look out, it's kind of this hill here, and you got this little defilade that's behind it that kind of blocks anyone's vision on the far side of your screen from this spot. So then this nice little defilade, you can also capture the point of contention. So it's a very nice spot for CSA. And so Union at some point, they're either going to have to shoot the CSA down or they're going to have to charge and be aggressive. And that's what makes this move from Viceroy so questionable. You didn't start there, and now the Union is going to charge right into you and get an opportunity to get a lot of tickets.
Shoot in the back and charge. Flag on me. Flag on me. Flag on me. Flag on me.
0 cents from Viceroy.
Stab and go. Stab and go.
Although it looks like Cornwallis was a little outnumbered there. If his friendlies came up, that would be great. They're going to be able to repel this in the end, and their friendlies are going to move up. So, I mean, in the end, casualties were pretty even overall.
Flag run, flag run, flag run, flag run.
And so Union's going to sweep through that. And I mean, Nuke rolled his guys up here to help Viceroy. And he's going to take a few hits, but pull off because he realized the whole Union team was there. So, CSA... they're making iffy decisions so far, at least the front half. Usually see the back half here like what they're doing. So the thing is with Hooker's Push is that CSA, you should really try to hold back as much as you can. Force the Union to play aggressive and charge at your spot where you'll have nice positions in an open field. But now that Union has wiped a third of the CSA team, they are going to smartly push forward here. And they're holding in a nice little defilade. You got here Cornwallis moving up the left side here. Union slowly inching up on the right. Willie Pete is on this right side. Similarly to the Union here, Confederates have their own defilade. But what this allows for Union to do is they're going to be very close to CSA. So if they want to charge over top this tiny little hill here, which is kind of hard to see, they can get in a quick melee. And this whole CSA team has moved themselves to engage over here. Tickets-wise, they're about even right now. But Union's at a great spot. Usually you'll see Union sit back on the fence line in the corn, or like push up to those rocks there and just have a shootout the whole time. And so I can appreciate at least Union trying to get closer, get the casualties going. Sure, you can have a shootout and you don't need to charge, but you getting closer, making sure your guys are hitting more shots is the important thing. Union Sharps are kind of flanking. They could go right a little more, but they would be capping point, and I don't think Union needs to do that yet, especially now that they're up on tickets early on into this match as well. So Sharps could try to go around this side, but it looks like they want to contain that right side. And that's the thing, is it looks like so far since the start of the shootout, Union's been winning on it. We haven't seen a whole lot of artillery yet. You don't see a whole lot of Union artillery, just because their artillery is all the way back there. You can see those little flags out there. One of them just shot. I don't know where it hit, right there. But you're most of the time shooting blind. And even if you can see, it's super far away. So CSA is starting to fall back, which is going to let the Sharps push forward. Great. Union is playing perfect right now. Granted, CSA has made mistakes, but Union has capitalized on it instantaneously. And because the CSA left here has kind of collapsed, Sharps are going to push up on the flank. They're going to get great shots of these CSA guys. Nuke has to pull his guys back. And they're slowly starting to move back, so looks like some of the CSA have formed a second defensive line. It looks like this half of the CSA team, Union can't. It's not terrible. It will force CSA into engagement. It's just CSA can regain some tickets right now. It's not the end of the world, but regardless, we'll see how the cap goes. So
they're running across the
Union, this is smart. I wish they hadn't capped point, because CSA has essentially split themselves off into two groups here. Union as a team is in the center, can go hit as a team one of these two groups and defeat them in detail. And it can be beautiful. I do think they need to let CSA retake the point, and then you hit. So Union Sharps have moved up here. They're hitting a couple of Rambos that are still on about. CSA already never pointed out. They have a gun right in the center of your screen. One Union guy is there. He looks like he's helping the CSA already out. And then you got some guys in the distance that way. So, Union getting close. Not charging. CSA will regain these tickets. But, see, I don't know if that was Union or CSA already. Okay, that probably was CSA already, that first one. Alright, if you're this CSA group over here, you need to collapse on the Union backside. You need to help your friendlies, because Union, like Cornwallis is pushing up, he's getting closer. CSA is slowly falling back. They're being completely outshot right now. Woo. Cannot make this up.
That's it. Independent fire. Cut them down.
Only concern for Union now, CSA not capping that point, which I guess isn't the end of the world. If Union thinks they can hold this for 18 minutes, which is definitely a possibility, I've seen it before. They can most certainly do that. CSA still holding back on that side, getting shots from a distance. Looks like one Union company has turned that way. Not really using much cover. They have some of the locks. They are a little defilated though, so they got cover that way. So.
Are we good on the rear? Or they too far? Guys, ceasefire, ceasefire, advance.
Cornwallis' guys walking right in the crossfire.
Come forward, Sharps.
Keep these guys at bay. I have to go help Willie. Keep these guys at bay.
Enemy on the left.
So it looks like Union's going to try to hold this center point. If CSA can coordinate a charge in from both sides, which is going to be very difficult to do, there could be a correct outcome. But
Keep moving. Keep going. Keep
With
going.
CSA being spread out, any major attempt to try to retake this point is going to be hard. Now, you got mostly the Sharps here for Union engaging with two CSA companies that definitely do outnumber these Sharps. If they want to try to push them out and recap the point, they can most certainly try. And they could have some success, all depending on if this Union group moves up. But now CSA is moving out of the fence line. They're getting a little closer here. Viceroy leading this group up. Not really any significant cover here on both sides now that they've picked up.
I'm a goddamn SCO, you son of a bitch!
Corporal, I'm a sergeant major. Get the flag up. Get the flag up, boys.
And so those shootouts will ensue. Union perfect flank.
Boys, keep shooting them.
This is like a movie script for if Union,
Keep shooting them.
for a dominant Union win here. Willie Pete, what a beautiful flank by him. Union did fall to engage. Doesn't really matter what CSA tickets are at. It only matters what Union tickets are at because CSA is going to go up to that percentage, assuming this is the assumption that they're retaking the point. It looks like both CSA companies have moved up here, and they're just being completely slaughtered here. This is, wow. So,
Keep shooting them, boys. Keep shooting them. Keep pouring leaders.
I don't know why. I mean, the officers have been... Viceroy's alive. I don't know why they're trying to hold. Union looks like they're going to charge, which they don't need to. You don't want to give CSA an opportunity to regain this position. It looks like Union's a little spread out, too. And this might throw CSA back, even though... I mean, Cornwallis has got his flag, which is frankly all they need. Both CSA flags are down and up. But honestly, the Union guys did okay for charging a group double their size. There is a gun up here. What the heck?
Yeah, they did. They killed Viceroy.
And they're coming at us!
And here comes Drywall.
Back it up, back it up.
So CSA have been pushed back on that side. Cornwallis doesn't lose. Willie Pete's guys are shifting. Here comes CSA trying to charge the Sharps out. Sharps can shoot at roughly double the rate as a normal rifle can in this game. Downside, though, is it's a shorter gun. It sucks at melee compared to normal rifles. So CSA is retaking the field. And if I'm Union, I am perfectly fine with this retake.
Reload 10 times faster. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Nice shots.
Couple CSA charging out. I don't know if they're supposed to. A little inconsistency on that front. CSA does have one down flag. A couple Rambos too. But it looks like Union's turning around. They're going to try to keep this point capped. Which, at this point, you can't necessarily blame them. You might see Union charge through or shoot them down. I mean, the whole Union team is shooting down at basically one company's size of men.
Guys, spread it out more, please. Spread it out more, please. Spread it out left and right.
So Union will hold. Because since CSA is the attacking team, they can hit final push, which also means Union can hit last stand as the defender of the point now. So if Union does push CSA to final push, that gold timer underneath the black timer could drop.
Hold on for a second. Let me scout. Let me scout. Are they all the way in the rocks?
So CSA's been thrown back. You got CSA starting to move out this side. At least they're moving together. You don't want companies on a defense that's in a really crappy spot to kind of do their own thing. Which I guess there's CSA already there too. CSA already is everywhere. Union's about to get some great flanking shots.
Oh, they're picking up the body us on the right.
Flag bearer kill gets up down to taking losses. Again, it's hard to shoot in this game. You don't know when you kill somebody. And it's just hard in general. So, oh, some Union have charged out. It looks like the Sharps charged out and took the rock, something you don't normally see.
How many of them? Oh shit, so many.
Rep officer to the...
So it looks like CSA is trying to organize at least a little more as a team.
Okay, fellas.
Union Sharp's kind of getting beat off right now.
Instruments can pick it up, pick up
And
the
they're
flag.
going to fall back.
Pick
And again,
General, pick up the flag. I can't pick it up. There's nothing I can do. Pick it up. Pick it up. Come on. Pick it up.
oh, they're going to lose their flag. That's real unfortunate. Yeah. Here's the thing, Union spawn. We started the broadcast not at 45 because Union spawn's all the way back here. It takes you 4 or 5 minutes to get back up here, which a lot of people don't like. So, if I'm CSA, you wiped one of the Union companies, you got to take advantage. And CSA is starting to take back this point as they're going to get some nice flanking shots on Union. Willie Pete sees what's up, though. And a recap for CSA is not the worst thing in the world for Union. You've seen a lot of arty shots and a lot of misses. Again, similar to infantry, artillery is hard. There's no denying that. There's Union arty that's almost hitting their friendlies. Union is retaking the point. The issue that Union's going to run into is that CSA's got 4 companies. Union has 3 on this map because the Sharps only has 1 company. And it might have been friendly artillery, I don't know. But Union's got 2 flags compared to the CSA 4's flags. So CSA is respawning guys in at double the rate compared to Union. So Union has to have the greatest shots in the world or dodge a bunch of shots, or they need to spread the CSA team out and defeat them in detail, which I thought Cornwallis was going to charge, but he's just kind of shifting off and taking some shots. I mean, he's it looks like he's a little outnumbered, but CSA does not want to take the heat.
Spread it out on the line. 5 out spacing. Get up here. Speed, guys. Come on. Quickly. Get up here. Take fire, boys.
Looks like one of those CSA companies is falling back, so 3 companies together, 1 is together. I don't know if Cornwallis realizes he could for sure charge this out. But he might be able to outshoot this, who knows. Looks like CSA is retaking that point with 3 companies up top. Which again, it's not bad. I mean, CSA is going to be up to a low engaged if assuming they fully complete this. And then Union just has to knock them down a stage or so. And by then that Sharps flag should despawn. It's about a 5-minute despawn timer. So we've probably got another 3 minutes before that happens. And all CSA companies are as 1. So Union's probably going to keep the heat up. We'll see what CSA does if they want to just try to hold here and keep the point capped, or if they're going to try to pull off to a distant area to deal some preserve tickets. Actually, it looks like Union might be pulling off here to reform. Remember, they only got 2 flags.
We should have wiped them when we had the chance. It's all good. It's still going to be an easy round. The CSA has no clue how to defend properly. They're isolating themselves so easily. We just have not been able to get the wipes we needed to get.
That is true.
I'm going to set up to your southeast. I am not worried.
CSA is not playing this great. Granted, Union's been very aggressive, which you don't normally see on this map. So, what's CSA saying?
Literally been a battle if we had capped it.
Did y'all downvote Viceroy? You didn't downvote him, did you, Drywall? You son of a bitch.
I've had him down.
Hey, we're taking fire from our direct north.
So you got those Sharps. Yeah, maybe some other main spawners, but Union's in a great spot. If they cap again, assuming both sides fall to their next stage of taking losses before then, Union will have to hold the point for 7 minutes. But they've got plenty of time to hit CSA down to breaking and last stand.
Hold fire, guys. Hold your fire.
Hold fire.
Just wait.
Hold fire, boys.
Wait. Guys, if you see their line silhouette that hill,
down over here.
silhouette that hill. Alright? Only if you see their line though. Only if you see their line. Alright, hold your fire for now, guys. Hold your fire.
So CSA is starting to make some moves. It looks like they're trying to shift into this defilade. this big hill here, trying to just preserve tickets and avoid Union fire, which Union might start pushing up soon. But again, they got plenty of time.
Shift right, shift right. Do it quickly, do it quickly.
Boys, right here. In pit fire. Let him up.
I mean, yeah, Union moves already. These Union officers are cooking, and that volley from Bell's company there, it looks like one of the CSA officers dipped. But Union's pushing up, kind of using the opposite side of this hill, their advantage.
It's the Foreman L, Foreman B, Foreman B, Foreman B. I want some people on the right, gentlemen, on the left. Foreman B, Foreman B.
So CSA starting to put some fire onto the right side of that Union line. You got the other company moving around the flank, which is why Bell's kind of shifting. CSA down to taking losses. I really think it looks like CSA, all four companies are here, but you know, I mean, Cornwallis could aggressively try to push this flank if he wants to. I mean, if you could just turn their flank, whether it be through a charge or a shootout. You can see Cornwallis is doing that, and this is great maneuvering. I mean, when you're defending a map, there's not a whole lot you can do other than what you're doing right now. And they are 4 companies shooting at a little over a third of the Union team is taking a toll on that company there. So if I'm CSA, you need to wipe that company. It's so low in numbers. Granted, they can't see the overview like us here, but you need to take Union flags out because that's how you kill them on this map. Granted, by this point, I don't know how much time is going to be a factor, but it looks like they're going to do a charge here, which I like to see. Union needs to preserve the flag. Drywall, these guys are charging in, so, and LO, they're charging in. Union flag needs to get out of dodge, and he doesn't. So, overall, very good charge here from CSA. They got that Union flag, and now CSA can collapse around Cornwallis' group, who is taking a beating. That Sharps flag is definitely back by now. I don't know if it's back up with the line, but look at CSA collapsing here.
Everyone get out of here, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Flag, run out of bounds, Krabby, run out of bounds, Krabby.
Oh.
I'm dead.
Union has just lost all 3 flags. The 2 infantry ones, which is huge. Let's see, those Union Sharps, they don't have their flag. So, Union get beaten back, and it all started with that Sharps group getting wiped. Losing that flag. Union spread themselves out a little too far, and the result is here. Actually, look at that. They got one of the flags. Who is this?
He's being chased. He's being chased.
Well done, Flying Saucer. That's a big pickup, though. Big pickup. So Union can at least keep the pressure going. Union is down slightly on tickets, but CSA is looking to hold. Maybe they're going to push a little further forward. Looks like they are.
Alright, gentlemen, on this line, I need independent fire, independent fire.
So, Union pulling a little further back, going to get reformed, refreshed again. They got plenty of time. You got 27 minutes to make that happen. This is why you'll see a lot of matches played where officers will have their team sit and shoot for a majority of the beginning of the round as an attacker. And I don't like that because charging in this game is an inevitability. 95% of the time, it's an inevitability. So, I think you should be really aggressive at the beginning, do some charging, or just push up and be aggressive like we saw with Union. Because what that does is, because Union's been aggressive this round, both sides are very low on tickets, and Union's got 26 minutes to do what they want. Now, imagine if Union had shot the CSA down and there was like 10-15 minutes left on the clock and both sides have the same morale stage as they do now, Union would kind of start panicking. But because Union was aggressive, both sides are at a low ticket amount with a lot of time left, and that's let the attackers kind of do what they want. If they want to charge and keep up that pressure, great. If you want to sit back and have a shootout for the rest of the game, that is also just as great. So this is why I think, like, Pry House, for example, I mean, really, you could go with a lot of maps. Be aggressive off the rip. Cook counter charge. Pry House, all CSA attack maps. I mean,
Let's stop engaging right now. We need to hold up.
because most of the time in a shootout, I think I mentioned this earlier, but you don't get a lot of kills. Far shots, it's really hard to shoot in this game. You don't know when you hit aim button, so you don't know if you need to adjust your aim or not. But it's hard to get kills. If it's hard to get kills, you're not killing a lot, which means the other team's not losing a lot of tickets. So everyone's just slowly losing tickets. And if you had infinite amount of time, the attackers should win that in theory, because the attackers have a higher percentage of tickets than the, or I guess a higher raw amount. You don't have a higher percentage of tickets. You just have a higher raw amount. So, I mean, the unfortunate part for Union is that flag is probably going to despawn. I mean, we probably got, well, or 2 minutes before that happens. So, we'll see how it plays out. Good thing the CSA is not pushing out again. They're trying to take those rocks. I did not like that decision. That kind of started, I mean, that's the thing, right? We saw at the beginning of this match, you had some of the CSA get overly aggressive. They got defeated in detail, and then the rest of their team slowly got rolled over. And then the opposite kind of happened with Union Sharps getting defeated, and then the rest of the team slowly got rolled over and defeated. So, and I think it was Cornwallis who mentioned this, is that Union was playing the beginning of the match very good, but they could not get those flags and white groups out. So CSA was always able to stay in the fight, which was really well done on their part. Because if CSA loses their flags, they're going to be camped in their spawn, basically, and that is a terrible spot for CSA, and you aren't going to win. I've seen one hookers where that's happened on a public match. It might have been the last time I watched one. I mean, that was a quick round of hookers. So Willie Pete starting to take his guys to the right side of the line, which I like. They have their flag with them, so they're going to get some nice flanking shots, but CSA already reacting as you should and retreating off that position. But Union's only got to get CSA down, was it, a little over half a morale stage within 23 minutes, and then they can try to charge this point if they want. That flag has despawned, so more than likely we're back. Yeah, there it is. So Union got all their flags, but again, that's going to take you 4 minutes to get up to the fight. So Union probably won't do anything crazy for the initial part of this. And I reckon, and this is what you used to see with Hooker's Push meta-wise, is Union would charge up, kind of take these rocks, and then charge up to CSA and take these rocks here. And with CSA kind of being very spread out, it could work for Union.
Pyro, run! Pyro, run! There's minorities still left. I know you don't like minorities from Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
This is really awkward on your part there. Hey, if you join the 8th Connecticut and give up your ways with this 11th Mississippi, I won't kill you.
He's 11th Mississippi. Kill him.
No, I gave him a chance. Oh, well. Alright, let's go get the others.
Look, there's more of them.
If you guys join the 8th Connecticut, I will not
Join the 8th Connecticut, loser.
I won't kill you. If you join the 8th Connecticut, we won't kill you. Well.
Guys, one more person dies and we can't kill any more GOA rolls.
Oh, Christ.
Alright, you and me, Pyro.
Oh my goodness, the CSA company is coming over here to deal with the... Oh, Pyro.
It has.
So, two companies are being drawn over by 6 guys. That is very funny.
That's where they're at. Oh.
So, do they have that flag? Looks like the whole Union team is shifting around to this left side. I presume Union's got all their flags back in action. I mean, you got the 1 infantry flag there. You have the Sharps flag, which I think might be that one. I don't know, though. Union should have all the flags out. It might be in this batch here. Again, it's so hard to see.
Tactical blob.
There you go. So Union's got all their flags
Whatever you
nearly
do,
in action. It looks like Union's going to try to push around this left side again, which, again, CSA spread out, so if you hit the right or hit the left, it kind of doesn't matter.
South, direct south. Space it out, one man. Space it out, boys. Space it out.
So, and we might see Union for all we know, right? You got the point here. Union could try to take this point from the middle of the open field. They don't need to charge the CSA out. The question is, how many bodies do they got? CSA is up 6 guys right now. Initially, Union's got 12 on artillery. Confederates have 16. So this imbalance right now is looking in CSA's favor, but only by a few guys. So
Right, I'll see you out there, Yeti.
Union is dropping to breaking, but
Spread out, boys. Spread out.
the ticket gap is nothing crazy.
Sprint, boys. Sprint, boys.
South, southeast. Spread on this line. Independent fire, gentlemen. Spread on the lines. Independent fire. South, southeast, boys. Yep, spread it out. 5-dot spacing, boys. We're kind of making a weird L. Spread it out, boys. 5-dot spacing. Independent fire to the front, gentlemen.
Space it out, space it out.
Spread out like your mother's legs.
Man, we really don't have enough room to space it out, do we?
Hold fire, hold fire. Last shot, hold fire. Last shot, hold fire. We're going to squeeze it left. Last shot, hold fire, my guys.
So Union's operating as a team, which is what you really like to see. I mean, in a team-based game, you want to work as a team. Who would have thought of that? But if Union is doing what they did at the beginning of the match, and as a team, they're slowly pushing up this left side. And I got a few kills, but they'll respawn in less than 30 seconds. So is Willie Pete charging? Ah, now he's using the defilade here. So this is the thing, right? Union is being awfully aggressive with their approach. And with CSA kind of being split up into 2 halves of teams, it's going to be kind of difficult for them to do much. But you do have the CSA moving out into the open field on the right side, which is kind of exposing them by a lot. But I get they're wanting to put pressure on this group, which it looks like it's the Sharps, so that their infantry doesn't get totally destroyed here.
Sprint on me. Sprint, hold fire, hold fire, hold fire. Sprint up there.
I killed that fella.
So CSA trying to spread out, but they're being thinned out here. Union down to breaking. That ticket gap is closed. Colonel Wallace's guys here getting great shots here as this CSA half is now split into quarters.
Pull it back. Looks retreating, pull it back.
And this is what Union wants. CSA is charging the Sharps too, which, ooh, they need to get that flag. Ricky on the right, he's running away from his guys right now.
Spread out on this land right here and shoot. Quick. Why is the infantry not reading the fucking chat? We're being charged.
I mean, honestly, Union infantry, look how spread out CSA is. Honestly, if Union turns and charges this out, they will be able to wipe that, hit CSA into breaking, and probably cap and win.
On me.
Alright. You got Willie. His guys are turned around. I do think you don't let CSA push out that far. Why are they trying to get the flag? Ricky is still survived with that flag. This fence is going to stop him. Also running out of stamina will do the trick. So Union have lost the Sharps flag, and I think Union could try to cap and win here. It'd be a little tight, but might be possible. Let's see here. Agent Trump with his Sharps. Cornwall's turning this way. The CSA group has to get out of Dodge.
I know, but that's his flag. I'm just trying to tell you what it is. Why are you yelling at me?
Why is it? Willie's getting up here. Willie's getting isolated. Willie needs to come up here. Oh my god.
I'm going for my flag, Corn.
Roger, go for it. Go for it. Oh, guys, keep running left.
Kill those rebels. Kill those rebels.
See,
Get 'em out,
Cornwallis is trying to cut them off. They'll get a few, but the CSA got out in the nick of time. CSA getting awfully close to Union over here, which Union should charge us out. They're probably going to outshoot them down. They're probably going to shoot them down too, but can't always tell how many guys you're shooting at. And they're falling back pretty quickly, so I mean, Union could break for this point any minute.
Northwest.
Guys, we're going to skirmish shorter on point. On me.
Hey. I mean, if Willie's guys turn to this point, CSA already getting a few shots, or a few kills. They're going to respawn pretty quickly, though. Let's see. Looks like Willie P is shifting his guys over on the point. Union starting to cap. With one CSA company wiped, Union should have numbers advantage. We'll see how this plays out, though. I assume the Union Sharps is running up over here. CSA company shifting over.
Cut him down, cut him down.
Point still in Union's favor. You can see CSA on the left. Some are starting to get a little antsy and push a little forward. They don't have to push that far to get on point, but if they want to maybe charge them out, that could be a possibility. Union still taking point even with most of CSA. Those guys on the backside, I don't think they're on point. CSA's probably going to have to charge once that bar goes halfway. If not sooner. Union is kind of getting shot up on this left side, though. Is it going to matter, though? I don't think so. CSA is not charging. And, I mean, you got this company moving in. Oh, it's... Wow. So Willie Pete's guy is getting beat back. The flag bearer makes it out. Props to this guy here.
Oh, they're getting charged. They're getting charged.
So he's going to start respawning guys in. Looking at the tickets, it's slightly... it's even. Maybe could argue slightly in Union's favor, but Union's got both those flags. If I'm CSA, I don't know. You can either try to charge the Union out here because you got 4 companies. You just wiped one of the big Union companies. Or you could try to sit and shoot this out. I don't think sitting and shooting out is going to work, though, just because the tickets are so even. If both sides hit last stage at the same time, that's going to favor Union. The CSA can't respawn and Union guys can keep respawning. It's just that black timer is going to drop.
It's the... Yeah, it's the coloring on the...
But again, Union's got plenty of time. They can keep shooting this down all they want. So Union pulling off, feeling a lot of pressure it looks like, so they're going to pull off. They have their flag, so it looks like they're just going to regroup, maybe get some spawns, and then push forward again.
This has turned into such a hard round for zero reason. Zero reason this needed to be hard. Oh my gosh.
I haven't seen the sharp.
They're moving up
do
southeast.
shit all
Yeah.
match.
This is just
not
a
sharp.
test, yeah. This is just a test, okay. Keep going.
So Union pulling a little further back. Honestly, I mean, if Union thinks they can have an equal trade, I think they need to try to get as close as possible while creating an equal trade. Also, you can't have Rambos at this point in the round.
Just go for the snipes.
But, you know, Union's doing it as a team, and so you cannot complain. I mean, CSA, they've been acting more independently of each other, but they all can agree that you need to get on point. So they're all there. Have some Union guys out here, and so they're forming a, I don't know if we want to call this a fish hook, a weird looking line. But CSA pulling a little further back.
Sprint left on me, we're moving. My guys, sprint left, we're moving. Sprint left, we're moving.
Follow the captain, follow the captain.
Tickets. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell. It feels like Union's up by a little, though. So, Union's starting to shift left. Maybe they're trying to turn around the flank and hit CSA on the side. It could definitely be a possibility. CSA not really responding to Union movements. You can't really blame them, though, just because they got to stay near point. But if you realize the whole Union team is moving to your flank, you might want to focus on that a little bit. So they are shifting right to kind of deal with these guys, but still trying to stay on point. Bell pulling out. They had somewhat good timing with that. Not going to take a whole lot of casualties, so that's good. At least they charged before. At least they charged before they would have gotten shortened out. So Union splitting up their two infantry companies here. Already hitting, killing a few guys there. I don't know where the sharps are. Look how spread out Union is. The sharps are over there. Alrighty, looks like they're going to start moving on point here. Union, CSA, deadlock on tickets here. Bell's still trying to hold these rocks here. If Union turns and charges into them.
Open order, lads! You're too close!
This is going to get our teams the final push last stand here.
Come and get it! I got a foot of steel for your belly!
Got another CSA company shifting over. Willie Pete, he's going in with his. Never mind. Got a third CSA company starting to shift over. Alright, so if the CSA guy dies, they are not spawning back in. Union has the sharps on point. Willie Pete pulling back just because he saw two and then maybe that third company moving in. CSA needs to knock Union in the final push as soon as possible. They maybe should have countercharged Willie Pete's guys there as they were slowly retreating. But there we go. That's 6.5 minutes? That's crazy. I guess that makes sense. For those of you who don't know, so when you hit final pushes the attackers, the black timer drops to a certain time. It's different on each map. And that time is based on how long it takes to get from your main spawn to the point of contention 2 times without bayonets and reload. So that means if it's 6.5 minutes, That's what, 3 minutes and 15 seconds to run from main spawn to the point of contention, which is a long time. So Cornwall is pushing up, being aggressive as CSA. You got the last CSA spawn wave. I don't know about this. I don't know about holding their drywall. It's just so far away from the point is my concern. Like, Union's starting to cook a little pressure here, getting some side shots. We got plenty of time to whittle down CSA.
That's it, brave lads. We'll grind these traitors into dust under our boot heels.
That point is going in Union's favor right now. Union approaching closer. One of the CSA companies is about to be wiped. CSA looks like they're going to charge out the side here. Valiant less effort. At least they're trying to contest the point here. Or get to the point. But they are unfortunately outnumbered.
Charge left, guys! Come on! How did we not notice this? How did we not notice this?
I don't know if it's going to matter in the end. That point drastically going in Union's favor now, as this second CSA company is doing pretty good with their charge, but again, they don't respawn, these Union guys, as long as they keep those flags up, which both of them are. Union charging the rest of the CSA companies that are over here. Union already probably just got a team kill, and that is going to do it for our round of Hooker's Push. So, I mean, overall, this was a very well played round on Union's part. Obviously, just getting defeated in detail in the middle there kind of held him back, but that CSA start was abysmal. I don't know why. I do not know why CSA pulled out to those rocks after Union had already passed the rocks. That made 0 sense. You got wiped. Someone tried to reinforce you and got kind of wiped. And then the Union just swept up aggressively, as they've been doing most of this match. And they kind of cleaned out your team. And then CSA responding back very well. Union spread themselves out. And although CSA was spread out, 2 companies charged out the shards, which were vastly outnumbered. And suck at melee, getting that flag, and then they were able to turn on the flank. The rest of the Union team wiped them there. And then Union, after getting those flags back in, rebounded and just played aggressive. They had the time to their advantage, so they could have a shootout for as long as they want, and they did things about as well as you could expect on Hooker's Push. So, compliments to both sides here. Good fought round. But with that all being said, I hope you all enjoyed this Hooker's Push public match. If you want to support the channel more, you can support us on Patreon, where we have a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. Besides that, though, we have our Discord and merch, and if you want to get notified about videos and other ways, we have our Twitter and Instagram that we just started up. But we will see you in the next one. I appreciate you all. I hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful rest of your night.